Yes, folks, we are back. Your boy KGX to the Z. Match reaction time. Man City won. Chelsea won. Late Enzo Fernandez goal. Stoppage time. Salvages a point for us. But you could probably say, not probably, you could say that was a deserved point. You could also say Man City was lucky to come away with a point. You could say all those things, and all of them would be true. Let's get into it. Obviously, the week that we've had, tumultuous, even by Chelsea's elite chaos standards. Away trip to Etihad, always tough, always tough. But with a interim manager, Callum McFarlane at the wheel, under 21 coach, with no Caicedo suspended, with no Cucurella injured, with no Wesley Fofana sick with a fever, with no Robert Sanchez, who's been on good form this year, picked up a slight knock. And we still were the better side. Yes, don't let that first half fool you, because don't get me wrong, that first half was absolutely dreadful in terms of just a snooze fest. We created chances, or we created opportunities that did not lead to chances in that first half. Pedro Neto today, absolutely criminal. Oh my goodness. That's what makes the result even more impressive, was the fact that we were playing down a man. Because Pedro Neto, he's stopping every attack that we had. I'm not sure he can control a football. I'm not sure he can dribble a football without putting his head down. He makes Martinelli look like prime Robert Pires. And to be honest with you, Neto's been our best attacker this year, which lets you know how diabolical our attack has been. But no issues with the lineup that McFarlane put out. You make the best with what you have. I thought we would probably see Santos in midfield. I thought he was going to pack the midfield, maybe a Santos, Reese, Enzo thing with Palmer right wing, João Pedro up top, and then whoever on the left side, whether it be Neto, whether it be Esteval, Gittins, Garnacho. But no, he probably went with our best attacking lineup. João Pedro up top, Palmer in the 10. The right was Esteval, the left was Neto. And yeah, it was spooky at times in that first half. Of course, the goal we concede, all of our own doing. And yes, a lot of things happened after Badiashile gave the ball away. Didn't get too tight to Reinders, but credit to Reinders. That was a hell of a finish. You want to, in that situation as a defender, you always want to switch it onto get your attacker to switch it onto his weak foot. Little ball drag, couple touches, and yes, Badiashile probably should have got tight to him. And you can normally say anytime a keeper gets beat at the near post, it's usually his fault, but Jorgensen was going down because he probably expected Reinders to hit it down and not to roof it. But that was just a fantastic shot by Reinders. Just well placed. And you could probably say City were deserving of the 1-0 lead. They had a couple opportunities before, just like we did. We had an excellent opportunity in the first 5 minutes. For the first 20 minutes, I thought it was a pretty even contest. Esteval had a shot that was on transition that was blocked, where he kind of slid while he was taking a shot. It was crossed from the left side to the right side. But apart from that, that was probably the only time that we really threatened Donnarumma. I wouldn't say we were lucky to get into the half only down 1-0. Haaland had a chance that he probably should have buried in that first half, where he opened his body up, curled it left, and it just went outside the post. But other than that, Jorgensen wasn't having to make or having to deal with a lot of shots and things like that. It wasn't a barrage. To be honest with you, City was boring. City was slow. They were very lackadaisical and methodical. We have a tendency to rise it against big teams, but today City definitely sunk to our level. That did not look like a team that can challenge for the title. And I've always been a critic of City's defense and saying, look, you can get at their defense, their center backs, you can get at their fullbacks. Nunez isn't a fullback. Nico O'Reilly isn't a fullback. But as Pep always does, he finds solutions, he makes way. And as they start to get players back, Doku's back, Rodri's back, Kovacic I think will be back soon. They're gonna find some more solutions, and then they'll probably dip into the market. We know that they're gonna get Semenyo over the line as well. But second half, we were the much better side. And again, we didn't force too many saves from Donnarumma, but we were on the front foot. We were looking more likely to equalize than they were to find their second goal. We made the subs. Santos came on for Esteval, who Esteval wasn't playing poorly. It's just the balance just wasn't there. Although you could probably say in hindsight, if you would have taken Neto off for Esteval, we probably would have won that game. But you understand why they keep Neto on, because he's going to do the defensive work rate that the other wingers aren't going to do. Gittins isn't going to do it. Garnacho's not going to do it, and Esteval's certainly not going to do it. But Santos was excellent when he came on. Hato had a couple nervy moments in possession, but defensively he was very, very solid. Who else came on? Delap came on for João Pedro, and even though Delap did what he did and kicked out and lashed out at Kusanov, pushed him into the ad board and got his customary yellow, he actually did a pretty good job with his link-up play. He did a pretty good job of playing off the back shoulder. Palmer released him 2-3 times. He didn't make much of it, but just I think the threat in behind just moved that City back line back a little bit and gave us a little bit more space. Palmer was quiet. Had a lovely opportunity in like the 80th minute. Neto cut it across the box. Palmer tried to open it up, and I've been critical of him of not using his weaker foot. He goes with his weaker foot, and now you see why he doesn't, because he misses it. Then the ball gets ricocheted off of, I think, Ruben Diaz or somebody, and then Delap kicks it out of bounds, but kicks it out of play. But not much Delap could do in that particular situation, because he's probably put off by Palmer missing it and then put off by the defender. But we keep pressing, and then finally we get the equalizer down the end. Enzo Fernandez, who was playing a little bit out on the left wing in the second half. First half was a little bit leggy, but was physical, was getting into duels, was winning tackles and things like that. Wasn't one of his worst games. He comes up with the big equalizer and another goal to his name for the season. But all started by Gusto on that right side. Gusto back at right back, because we had switched Achapong from who was playing right back to left back. Then Gusto played right back. And yes, I hear everyone saying Gusto should overlap and things like that. And Gusto's not great going forward, but he pulled out a rabbit out of the hat. Nutmeg Nico O'Reilly, got up the touchline, sent in an early cross. It makes it all the way across the danger area. City don't deal with it. And then ultimately, it's like a scrum in the back for Enzo Fernandez, and he has about 2 or 3 chances of it. You can't really see what's going on from the camera angle because it's so zoomed out. And then he puts it away. It's 1-1 in the 93rd minute. And like I said, deserved. I thought we defended well all game. I thought we dealt with a lot of their attacks and cut them out before good attacks became great attacks and dangerous attacks. I thought we did very well to Marshall Cherky and Marshall Phil Foden, who was absolutely anonymous this game. I didn't think Rodri had a great game. Just a very, very poor game by City, but defensively we were just on job, on point. The guys fought, and look, credit to them, because you never know what's going through their mind in a situation like this where it's been a tumultuous 72 hours. They're having to deal with chaos again. Some of these guys, like Enzo's on like his 4th or 5th manager and things like that, and just the circumstances by which all of it happened. You got to give tip your hat and give a lot of credit to not only Callum McFarlane for stepping up and taking the interim job and having a very, very good first impression for us. I've watched him in the under 21s, and it's hard to judge under 21 tactics and things like that because it's usually just a difference in quality or a golf in quality. But he set us up very well. He made the right substitutions at the right time. He had players playing in the right position. So credit to him. Credit to the players. Like I said before, we move. Supposedly, Liam Rosenor is in London. Is going to be taking over before the Fulham game. So what a way for Rosenor to come in off the back of a Callum draw away at the Etihad, where Poch never got any points, where Maresca never got any points, and now He gets to take on our nearest rivals, London Derby, Fulham right down the street. Let's go. Up the Chelsea. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn those notifications on, and we will see you at the next one. Peace.